Wow, I got my first bike when I was 12. That means I've been riding for 40 years.
40 years.
You are old, dude.
Yeah, I recently passed the 40 years mark for motorcycle riding. It inevitably made me look back on all the experiences and lessons that I've learned along the way. I thought this would probably be some good stuff to share. So let's see if I can pack all that wisdom into this one video. My name is Chris, but some people have come to call me Salty. Salty-O Gamer from years of running an airsoft channel, and now Salty-O Biker, which really is the far longer running of the two interests, if we're being honest. I have been lucky enough to spend the last 4 decades riding motorcycles. It's been a journey that's taken me to some of the most incredible places, introduced me to some amazing people, and taught me valuable lessons that go far beyond the road. You see, riding a motorcycle is more than just a mode of transportation, it's a way of life. And it's taught me a lot, all of which I'm going to share with you by the end of this video, so be sure to stick around to the end. I started riding off-road somewhere I guess around 12, with my first ever bike being the rather funny looking and inexplicably iconic Honda Trail 110. Like any youth, when I first started riding, I was young and reckless, and I was convinced I was invincible. I didn't think twice about taking risks that would make my mom's hair turn gray, but as I gained more and more experience, I began to realize that riding a motorcycle wasn't about the thrill of the ride, it was about staying safe so that you can continue to enjoy that thrill of the ride. Safety was not always at the top of my list, but it is pretty high up there now. Over the years, I have seen too many people get hurt, and I've had my own close calls. In fact, like I said, I've been down pretty bad before, and pretty recently my adult riding son went through a scrape of his own as well. I have come to realize that safety is not only just a combination of your skills, knowledge, and experience, it's also a healthy dose of self-awareness of your own levels of those skills and knowledge. Riding is a lifetime of learning that never stops. You gotta recognize what you don't know. On top of that, you need a healthy dose of respect for the road and the bike. Riding with confidence is key, of course, and I am really a confident rider, but I know there will always be more I can learn. One of the biggest challenges facing any rider is dealing with weather and other adverse riding conditions. Rain, snow, heat, or cold. It's all part of the ride. But it's how you prepare for those conditions that makes all the difference. From investing in the right gear to knowing how to adjust your riding style, I've learned to adapt to whatever the weather throws my way. The longer you ride, the more likely you're going to get stuck in adverse conditions no matter how hard you try to avoid it. And that's the key lesson I've learned over the years. It's gonna happen, so practice how to deal with it. Ride in the rain and learn how to soften your movements on the throttle and brake. Anticipate the vehicles around you. Ride on loose pavement or dirt, under as controlled of conditions as you can, of course, but do it so you know how the bike feels and how to adjust to it riding under those conditions when you absolutely have to, because inevitably, you will. Another long-running challenge I've had is maintaining my bike. I've learned the hard way that regular maintenance is the key to staying safe on the road. From oil changes to tire pressure, it's the little things that can make a big difference. And let me tell you, there's nothing more frustrating than being stranded on the side of the road with a broken bike. In 4 decades, I have been through most things that basic neglect can cause, like stuck throttles, gummy gas, dead batteries, cupped tires from poor inflation, and you can prepare against all of these things once you know and set yourself a routine. There have been phases where I didn't ride much, and when I finally tried to go ride, the battery was dead way beyond recharging, and I was either ordering a battery online and waiting for it, or going to the shop for a new battery and installing it before I could do anything. Little changes in your routine, like simply investing in a 24/7 trickle charger, can be a game changer to keeping your maintenance costs down, keeping you safe, and getting you out on the road more often. But it's not all about the challenges. It's also about the eye-opening experiences too. One thing I learned very quickly, and it continues to impress me as the years roll by, is that the motorcycle community is one of the most supportive and generous groups of people you will ever meet. From local bike nights to cross-country road trips, the experiences I've had through riding are some of the most meaningful ones I've ever had. Sure, there are bad apples in every bunch, and YouTube loves to showcase those because it gets clicks. But by and large, riders I've encountered are some of the most accepting people I've ever met, willing to completely ignore things that might be divisive between us in normal everyday life because of one of the massive things we share in common, which is riding. Being immersed in the motorcycle ethos will teach you the importance of respect. Respect for the road, respect for the machine, but especially respect for other riders. Because I've observed more times than not how it's automatically given in the riding community. Being on two wheels makes you part of the family. We live in such a massively divided world right now that that's a lesson that you should carry into other parts of your life, both on and off the bike. No, unfortunately, riding a motorcycle is not going to solve your major mental health issues. See a doctor and get on the right meds. Mental health ain't no joke. But just like how equine-assisted therapy has been used for decades to help disabled patients, riding a steel horse offers a lot of health benefits too. On the practical side, riding can improve your flexibility, balance, strength, and coordination. But it's the intangible mental side that I've learned can be absolutely invaluable. It's totally a video for another day here, which I'll probably eventually make, but it's not hyperbolic at all to say that motorcycle riding literally saved my life in recent years. And the mental health impacts may be different for you, depending on where you are in life and what you've already experienced. But for anybody, I would wager getting out on a ride and focusing on the bike and the road and all those little microtransactions that go into riding and staying safe magically quiets your mind of all the other garbage cluttering up your psyche. And it can be one of the best stress relievers available. For me, with grown kids and an online digital screen era, it's provided a reconnection for me and my family. I might be able to pull a few words out of my boys when asking questions around the house, but it's like pulling teeth. But when we get out on the road, we can talk about everything under the sun for hours. It's like the walls have disappeared.
For once, a place that we're going, you guys are going to be outnumbered, and I am the predominant bike here.
Yay! Yay for you!
I'm seeing a lot of naked bikes.
Remember this happened in Alabama. They beat Georgia, and then they lost to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, but they're still in.
This does feel like Jesus Christ. I feel like something's gonna fall off of this bike. This is so bad. This is so bad.
Mentally, riding has also taught me better patience and persistence, which is kind of ironic because patience has never been my strong suit. Riding a motorcycle, it isn't always easy. There's a lot of planning that goes into extended rides and destination trips. But the more experience you have, the more you realize it's going to be worth it, and the more patient you are preparing for it. So what's the biggest lesson that I have learned in 40 years of motorcycle riding? It's that riding is a lifetime of continuous learning. Personally learning, whether it's taking a safety course, watching videos and reading, expanding your experiences to different styles of bikes, or simply just seeking out advice from more experienced riders. There is always room for self-improvement. But beyond that, it's a lifetime of worldly learning as well. Learning that will reveal remarkable things to you, like the broad world of riders around you that you may never have known existed, or the revelation that despite our perceptions of humans' proliferation on Earth, the world around us remains pretty greatly untouched. We may have cut through it, but all that natural beauty is still there, waiting for you to ride through it. Riding a motorcycle isn't just about the thrill of the ride. The ride is just the beginning. It's the opening page of the book. It's the first sentence in the conversation. It's the experiences and the people and the lessons learned along the way that truly matter. And those experiences will be ever changing as you change and go through life. Riding never stops giving back. It just evolves with you to give back different things. Sometimes, things you didn't even know you needed. And guys, that's what I'm going to leave you with today. I'd love to hear about your own motorcycle experiences in the comments below. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more awesome motorcycle content. Rides, events, conversations, and yeah, even a little bit of zen now and then. And that's exactly what I'm going to leave you with right now. A little segment of Riding Zen. I know if you made it this far, you're going to connect with it and enjoy it. So guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.